Realize it is Week 7, game number 1 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the New York Football Giants going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. We are at Financial Field in Philadelphia. Let's go and see where Cleveland.
We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to press foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, he sat by injuries. But last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Wentz now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Catch made by Fulgham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That's all good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An Eagle first down, Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and he'll complete this one to Fulgham. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Well, former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gallman will run it. And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. That opened a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the control of things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Gives a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play, and just finish it off right now, because I think they'd love to give that big advantage early.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter play. No score after one on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating for the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Miles Sanders, second-year man for Penn State. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field. But, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield. But also, when you run those inside runs, you can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted a flag?
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half. But you do have some actual
maybe there will be too many changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to get field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the time.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line for the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps out the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Jones off the play fake. Smith catches left side, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jones, over the middle complete. That's Tate, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman, coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head steam going.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Waiting from the gun. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. Jones throwing on 4th down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Wentz now on 1st down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, Jeffrey with a catch left side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can try out the field goal unit from the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one's going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we're at halftime. The score 7-6 in a tough first half. As we'll get you down to Coach Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Some think the team really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A delayed give to Gallman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for Giant 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see when we made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Jones on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play of the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing Jones, and his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Gallman. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and put the down marker back to run.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Cano now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Gano now, following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe even 24. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia trying to erase this deficit. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Darnay Holmes makes the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Another run with Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double to the first level and make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dennis Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that'll be the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds the tight end Rodgers. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, I think they consider safe.
And then run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about the back-to-back completions? They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Goldman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on and run the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. They'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful that sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. His short throw caught by Goddard and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough at the length of the football for the 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Wentz. That'll be caught right in rhythm. 7 yards, the pickup there. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they got to continue to move quickly.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Wins the throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back to throw, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Now the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And New York set to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Right, they have it, the Giants are winning over the Eagles 14-6 in that end of the stream. And I'll be back with another live video for my week 13 NFL picks. So be right back and let me set them up.